Hello everyone, hope you're having a good day so far, and if you're not, I hope your day gets any brighter from now on. This is kind of a repetitive video because I made a video very recently on a getting ready, and since it is a work week, it has been a lot busier than I thought, so I have not been able to complete a role play. Hopefully this weekend I'll get a little bit of time to edit and film it, but for now we're just gonna do a simple get ready with me as I usually do. I'm just gonna start from the beginning. I have about 15 minutes. I feel like I'm always in a rush every time I have to get ready, but yeah, so we have about 15 minutes before I have to head out the door. It's gonna be a very simple routine, and yeah, so first off, I did wash my face, but it's been a few hours since I have re-washed it, so instead of re-washing it, I'm going to be using a toner pad. This toner pad, I think I got it from my sister. It's the Calming Pad It Began by J. Jun. So these toner pads are huge. Like, I think these are one of the biggest toner pads I've ever seen. I apologize about the air conditioner. It just turned on, but it should turn off in a bit. So it has completely dried now, and I'm gonna go ahead and move on to my sunscreen. I've been using the Tree Purple Protector. It's an onion repair sunscreen, SPF 40. It's actually a purple color, which is pretty funny. Pretty cool too. I heard this is supposed to be a tone-up sunscreen. I personally don't think it's very much of a tone-up. I think it's actually more of a just like a regular sunscreen with a little bit of a purple tint. And the purple is supposed to kind of help combat any yellowness on your skin. And for moisturizer, I am using the Momo Puri moisturizer. This is the Moist Barrier Cream. I got this from my sister when she went to New York, and it smells like peaches. It's one of my favorite peach moisturizers, facial, and this is really great because it is a gel formula, and it's perfect for people who have combination skin like I do. And what I like to do is I like to mix my sunscreen and my moisturizer so that it could just form into one. I'll apply first some on you as well. Alright, so I'm gonna wait that to dry a little bit. While that is drying, I think today I am taking some passport photos today. I think, at least identification photos. So I am going to be wearing my heaviest concealer foundation. This is the Hera Black Cushion Foundation. I know some people in the comments were kind of interested about specific Korean makeup. I would love to make a dedicated video on maybe my top 10 favorites, or comparing different one category of makeup products to others. I'd love to do that. As you can tell, a big hobby of mine is trying and testing out different makeup looks, so that's something that I would be more than happy to make. But I really like the Hera cushion because it's one of those cushions that looks natural on the skin, but It also provides a really good coverage. And the finish of this is actually interesting because most Korean cushions I've tried are glowy. Sometimes can look a little oily for some people, but with this cushion, it is not oily. It has a satin finish, and a lot of times I don't need to powder extra, which is nice. I'm going to be using a little bit of under eye concealer, so I will be using the Hourglass concealer in the color Cotton, and this kind of has a very similar texture where it's satin and extremely high coverage. So I like to only dot it in my under eyes and other blemishes that I might be having at the moment. So I'm gonna move on to blush. I'm gonna be using my favorite MAC blush, Into the Pink. It's the Extra Dimensions blush. And the cool thing about this blush is it kind of has a little bit of a highlight, some sparkles inside. So we're just gonna go in with my fluffy brush and just put a tiny bit. I'm not exactly sure how well the camera is going to pick up just because I don't have a lot of light in front of me, but you can kind of see a little bit of that pink shade right there. And for today's eyeshadow look, I'm going to put a little bit of my favorite rose gold shadow. This is actually, I don't buy a lot of single shadows only because unless I really love the color, I think it's not worth investing. It's better investing in like a palette. But this is, I think I got this for $1 with the CVS coupon. It's the Maybelline Nude Glow. It's beautiful rose gold color. Kind of champagne-y as well. I'll show you a swatch right here. Like that. It's really pretty. And I like to put this all over my lid. That so that it just kind of brings in the warmth of the pink and the rose gold to my eyes. Matches really well with my overall complexion as well. And with that, I like to go in. I am a monolid, so I like to kind of deepen my look with a cream shadow. This is the Ulta cream shadow. I've been using this, I think, for a few months, maybe even up to a year now. I'm going to be using my smudge brush. I got this from, I think it's Sonia Kashuk's smudge brush. And I'm just going to smudge everything out like this. Like that. Again, we're going for a kind of a natural rose gold look. Smudge, smudge. And you want to just work slowly so it doesn't look messy. So again, not a huge difference, but it definitely does give a lot of depth in the eyes. I'm going to be using a black eyeliner. This is, again, by NYX. Oh, there's a fly. Okay, it's going to be by NYX. It's my holy grail everyday go-to eyeliner. I like to just do a very small wing and just kind of keep it natural like that. Just a tiny wing. that should be good for today. Next, while that's setting, I'm gonna go in with my NYX Jumbo eyeshadow pen or crayon. This is in the color Vanilla Ice Cream, and actually I want to show you what it looks like. I don't know how well it's gonna catch up, but ooh, actually I can see it pretty well. It's this really iridescent silver glitter white cream shadow. It's kind of a handful, but it's really pretty on the eyes, especially the inner corners. I've been really kind of liking that dolly, like, you know how K-pop idols, they put little glitter inside? I've been loving that look, especially for the summertime. It really makes your eyes just pop. Instead of putting chunks of glitter, I think this is a lot more of an everyday option. So for my bronzer, I'm going to be using the Physicians Formula Butter Glow bronzer. This actually has multiple shades. It has brown, pink, a little bit of champagne rose gold, and some browns. So I'm going to focus a little bit on the outer edges and then not get too much of the pink, since I'm going to be using this as a bronzer. Okay. So I'm just gonna get at the edges of my face. And sometimes on camera, for some reason, it comes out kind of orange, or a little bit more orange than it looks in real life. But I promise you, it doesn't look too orange. Lippy for today. This is the Peripera Mood Ink Lip Tint. Got this, I think, a year and a half or 2 years ago. Definitely expired, but I'm still using it. Yeah, it's actually a year expired, so I promise I will throw this away after this video. So I like to just work my way in and blend it all the way out. It works perfect for kind of my everyday looks. Alright, so I am going to head out. I don't have time for mascara today, but I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you have any recommendations or certain types of makeup-ish videos that you'd like to see, let me know. I'd be more than happy to think of something and make one. But otherwise, I'll see you in the next one.